Well, hello, all my poor people. Michael Diederich here. I'm just a poor boy. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, as the case may be. Yesterday, I released a video about a custom pour for my good friend Gina, one of the largest canvases I've ever done. And at the end of that video, I said that Gina didn't like it. Now, she did like it. It just wasn't her. And it made sense to me why. And people were like, wait a minute, it's a custom piece. What do you mean you're going to do a second attempt? So let me just tell you what my process is so this makes sense. First of all, if you have never been to my website, and I'm not forcing you to go there, but it's going to make this easier to make sense. My website is www.imjustapourboy.nl. I'm just a poor boy. Of course, I am without the apostrophe because it's a web address, and pour is P-O-U-R. NL is for the Netherlands, where I live. If you go to my site, you'll see my homepage. You'll see this standard website. That's one of my favorite pieces. Scrolling down, you can see this is my homepage. But what you're going to want to do for this video is click on Custom up at the top. You'll see I have this page for custom pieces. On the right, you can see testimonials. These are actual testimonials of people who have ordered custom paintings with me, but you'll also see that there is a huge section about how to order a custom painting and what my process is. You'll see we talk about the size of the canvas. That's pretty easy. The colors and how we get them, what kind of composition you're looking for, and then talking about that each piece is unique. I can't maybe make you exactly what you want and how much time it takes. But the important thing is about the process and the pricing. Now, today we're going to talk about the process because people go, what do you mean you're going to do a second attempt? So if you want to follow along, you can look under process on my website, and you'll see that when I'm finished with the pour and it's wet, I'll take a picture of it, and I usually wait until it's dry as well to send you that picture as well. What's not here, the important thing is I say, when I pour a custom piece and I'm done, and usually when it's still wet, I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh, I'm so excited. And I go, oh, this is perfect. This is what the client wants. Or I don't know for what the client wants, but does it, number one, fit the parameters? And number two, I always look at every piece as if it were just a piece I was making on my own. Because if I look at a piece and I go, if this were just a piece I was doing myself and I think I could sell this, great. If I look at it and I think, I wouldn't put this in my web shop, or I wouldn't bring this to an art fair, I'll usually scrape the canvas unless I look at it and go, I hate it, but it's exactly what the client wants. Now, I'll say of all the custom pieces I've done so far, with the exception of Gina, and this is not a criticism of her at all, I'm glad that she told me this is what I want, because I would hate to have made a painting for a good friend and them, say, oh, no, it's great, I love it, and them not actually love it because they didn't want to hurt my feelings, So far, no one's ever refused the first offer. I'm glad, yeah? But I like to give people an option, because if I make something and you don't like it, I want to know. So my concept is, tell me what you don't like about it, and then I'll try and fix it. I'll make a new version. And usually it's not about the colors or the size. It's about the composition. And in Gina's case, absolutely true, two things. First thing was, if you look at the piece, it's very, I like to say violent and jaggedy. It's like lightning, yeah? And Gina wanted something that was a little bit more wavy and curvy, and I totally get that. I wasn't expecting this piece to turn out this jagged. I love it, but it's not what she wants. So just to end the story, if you do order a custom piece for me and you don't like the first ones, I'll make an attempt to make a second one. And if you don't like that one, and again, I'll do the same thing. I'll make something and I have to stand behind it before I show it to you. And if you don't like that one, my general rule is that, and beforehand this is agreed on with the price, that you've paid me for some material and time, but I'm not going to constantly pour and pour and pour until the end of time till we get something perfect. It's abstract, and I can't you know, if you want a horse, I'm not your guy. Yeah. But if you don't like it, I don't want you to walk away with something that you don't like. But I can't constantly repeat the process in the hope I get it right. So luckily, so far, it's never happened. Gina's the first time. And again, I totally understand why. So this is going to be the second attempt at this painting. I'm changing, as I said, one color out and putting one in, and I'm doing a different technique instead to get something more wavy. It's a technique I've seen lots of times before, but I have never tried it. And so we're going to see how it turns out. So this is attempt 2 at my giant canvas custom pour. Let's take a look. Alrighty guys, I'm super excited. Here I am back in the studio. Hi there. So let's take a quick talk through the colors. I'll put them in the description. In the last painting, there was gold, and the gold and the yellow together, it was just too much. And of course, then you got your tints of green that we didn't want. Great. Now there are also 3 metallics in the old painting, and now it's going to be 4. So this is the canvas 80 by 120 3D canvas, so it's 4 centimeters thick, just like the original. I did put some pencil marks on here just to give me this idea of these 8 rows. I'm probably going to immediately go over the line because with the tilting, I'm going to get rid of some of the white right away. So in pouring this, it may look like I'm like not following the lines, but that is also my intention. Yeah. I'm going to start on the other side, and this one, I'm not going to talk a whole lot. I'm probably going to time lapse this, but here we go. that result. And that's the fluorescent light there. Just those stripes in there, and there. Yeah, with the thicker paint, I thought I was going to drag more, but it made very nice, subtle lines. Like I said, I'm going to take a look at it and see if I'm going to embellish it, because from a distance, maybe I have a feeling that it's a little bit, yeah, blocky. Like too much orange, too much red, and too much pink. But when you get closer, then suddenly, yeah, I really like it. Of course, it's up to Gina to decide. You know what I might do? Let's let it dry overnight and then take a look at what's happening, because, you know, things will probably change. And then I'll let her take a look at it and see if she wants to go, oh, I love it. Or if she sees what I'm seeing as well, with kind of too much blockage, and then I'll do some embellishing. I've earned a good night's sleep. Well, here it is. I'm up in the studio where here on the floor I have a fluorescent, so forgive this overlit area here. See the true colors. It's funny because this one has got lots of detail in it, but you can, oh, like there, oh, that's fantastic. And there in the pink here, it's a little overlit, there we go. All here as well, love it. And there, but the problem is, love what happened here in this purple. The problem is that twofold. Number one, those details come to life when you get really close. Here, they're just too subtle. And for a big painting, it's going to have to draw you in. Number two, the thing that bugs me, and also Gina afterwards, is it's just too blocky. It's red, orange, yellow, red, pink, purple, white. It's all like it didn't flow. And that had to do with two things. My comb, the teeth of the comb, too thin, too small. So I bought a new comb for my next attempt. And second, because except for the yellow, which you can see got like the most movement, my paint was too thick. And it's because it's the paint I used from the first pour, but it had been sitting for a little while. And I did stir it, but it, yeah, paint with pouring medium that sits around, you can still use it, but you should really like double check the consistency. And I did not, just on the yellow, because it was new. That was a bad mistake of mine, but I still don't know if I would have seen the problem in advance, because I'd never done this technique with the comb before. But I can see now that the paint does have to be thinner. So I'm going to paint over this one. I've checked it already. It's very nice and smooth. I'm wondering if I'm going to put some white primer over it or not, but I think I don't have to. Yeah? So if you love this, say it quickly, because I am going to do a third attempt for Gina. So if you're enjoying these huge canvases in this series, guess what? You're getting a third one. Hey, I'm hoping you're enjoying this. I am. Even though I've made two paintings that weren't quite right, I've learned from both of them, and that first one I still just love to death. It will go to a nice home, I'm sure. And I'm looking forward to proving that third time's the charm with this one. See you guys soon. My name's Michael Diederich. I'm just a poor boy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.